Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video I'm going to show you how to wire an independent thermostat or an external thermostat to space heaters. Specifically, I'm going to be wiring this baseboard thermostat that I got at a big box store. You can grab these at like Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever. They're around 30 bucks. This is essentially to keep my camper from freezing. This one specifically is very robust. It can handle all the way up to 22 amps at 120 volts or 2640 watts, which this is about a 10 amp load. A majority of your space heaters like this one or this one here will be no more than 10 amps, maybe 14 amps max. A couple things to keep in mind before we get started. This model can take 120 volts or 240 volts directly through it AC. This is not for like DC or anything like that. This is not for low voltage. This is for regular mains outlet wall supply voltage here. You want to do this with a dumb space heater. By that I mean like a mechanical switch on it like this, or like this one. So therefore, if you unplug your space heater and then you plug it back in, it's going to still be on. Here's another perfect example of a manual control, manual switch, or dumb type space heater. See, we just have this simple rocker switch on the top. I just simply leave it in the on position and it will kick on and off whether the power is disconnected from it or not. You don't want to do it with a newer space heater like this. See these buttons on top of this one? So it's kind of like digital. When I turn this on, if I have it on and I unplug it and then I plug it back in, it's not going to be on again. And there's more than a few ways to skin this cat. If I was doing this for like a customer or a client of my electrical business, I probably wouldn't do it the way I'm going to do it today. But today I'm going to do it with a 14 gauge extension cord and essentially wire this thing so it's universal and I can hook any space heater up to it using this 14 gauge extension cord. Now, as long as that space heater pulls under 15 amps, you can figure out how many amps your space heater pulls by reading the watt tag on it and dividing the watts by the voltage. 14 gauge wire or a 14 gauge extension cord, especially a short one like this, can handle up to 15 amps safely. That being said, if I was doing this for a customer, I would hardwire this probably, or I would try or recommend hardwiring this directly from the breaker panel with regular house wire. I also have a couple of cable connectors. I have a metal box for the splices so I can contain the splices behind this thermostat like that. That way, if anything, those splices ever heat up or anything like that, they're contained inside this metal box. So I cut my extension cord in half and I stripped off the sheathing on both sides. I nearly divided it directly in half. That way I could mount my thermostat higher up on the wall. And now I'm just stripping the wires. Popping the knockouts in my box. I just have these cable connectors. Obviously, you don't have to get the style. Also use a plastic box if you want. I just had a metal, so I'm just connecting my grounds directly together. Later on, I will, in my case, since I'm using the metal box, I'll pigtail this ground, which means I'll have another little hunk of wire, and then I'll directly screw it to the inside of the metal box. Technically, for this thermostat to work, we only really have to interrupt one side. So we can either interrupt the neutral or the hot if we have to, like on a single pole or a single phase thermostat. What I'm going to do is just put my neutrals together and we are just going to interrupt the line side. So basically I'm just running these two black wires, the line wires, through the thermostat. On this particular model here, I've just capped off these two side wires here coming off the side. Those are capped, and then the two top leads, my line is going through this red and my load, which is the space heater, is going through this black. But it doesn't matter if you get it backwards. The two top leads here are for a single pole or a 120 application. As you can see, for a single pole 2-wire 120 volt, it's just those two top leads. Now this case should pull off here or pop off. Wait, oh yeah, there it is. All right, front case pops off just like that. And I am going to shove all this inside the metal box. After a long fight, it is screwed in to the box. Now, bear in mind, if you want the box mounted on your wall before you screw this part on, you actually want to screw your box to whatever you want it mounted to, but I don't want mine mounted on the wall yet. I'm not sure where I'm going to mount it or how I'm going to mount it, so I just want it loose or sitting on something. Therefore, I didn't attach mine to anything. Space heaters are pretty dangerous, so I made sure to take the plug and clean that up because this is a really old space heater. It's been in my garage for years. And also, what I'm going to do is just, for extra precaution, grease up these contacts here. This is usually where space heaters fail, especially when you're hooking them up to an extension cord like me instead of a regular outlet. But even when they're hooked up to regular outlets, I've had this is, this point of connection where it plugs in is typically where it fails or the heat happens. So another thing you can do if you're a little extra paranoid and you want to be safe is you can get a DIN style 10 amp thermal disconnect breaker off Amazon. They're actually pretty cheap. I think you can get one for like $5. And put that in line with all this, and it detects any heat or high resistance on the circuit and kicks off if anything is bad. I'm going to hook this up to the space heater. I'm going to see if it works, and I'm going to leave it plugged in with the space heater on its maximum setting for about an hour and see if anything gets hot. I'm going to feel things with my hands where it plugs in. Both plugs. I'm going to look at the box, feel the thermostat, make sure nothing is hot, and then I'm going to look at it with my thermal imaging camera too, but you just go by your sense of feel. Just to make absolutely sure I got the thermostat wiring right, what I'm going to do is turn it until it kicks on with the space heater pointed directly at it and see if it kicks off automatically as it heats up. There it goes. Perfect. What I'm going to do is just run this for about an hour at full load and just feel this. I'm going to feel where my space heater plugs in after a long time and make sure nothing is heating up in this circuit. I'm going to feel where it plugs into the space heater. I'm going to feel where the extension cord plugs into the wall. I'm going to feel this and make sure nothing is heating up. And if nothing is heating up, I will be a happy camper. Okay, so I've ran both space heaters off this for about an hour each. This little 400 watt here and this big one that's pulling around 10 amps or around 1,000 watts here. And nothing was getting hot. Once again, look into those 10 amp inline breakers. That'd be a really good idea with the thermal protection too.